best.
He's a man. He's a
This is the first time you played with him?
Yes.
He's the
awesome.
nicest guy.
Awesome.
Like, no.
And I heard he
was a
And he
gem.
makes a mean limoncello too.
I'm sure he does.
Dom,
What's
you
up?
tried it? How was it?
pretty good.
Right?
What's a lemon
Did you ever
jello?
bake
It's
with
like an
it?
Italian,
Did you
like.
make anything with it?
I
I
did.
remember you said
I
you
made a
wanted-
like a
cheesecake with
liqueur
it that
type
Pez
deal.
put Concord grapes in.
I have it at
That was the one you
Andrea's
fucked up?
family. They make it. It's
I
really,
saw it
really
at
good.
bowling, and
When
it
you
was-
get when
I
you
made
get
a
someone who's making
cheesecake.
it.
I put grapes in it instead of blueberries. I'm like, how do you fuck that up?
Pitted grapes.
What is a limoncello? Can you help me understand what this is? Because if Lou Bufudo
Dom, how can I
makes a
explain
mean
it?
limoncello,
It's a liqueur,
Italian
right?
liqueur.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like lemons fermented in like grain alcohol.
Grain out. Ah, okay, gotcha.
You could use Everclear. Is probably the best thing to use. And
Everclear's the
I was
worst.
on a bachelor party in Charleston once. We went to a bar on the rooftop. They had frozen alcoholic limoncello.
Yeah, that's so nice.
It was so good.
All right, let's see. We're live, folks. Let's let some people trickle in. I'm gonna pull this up here. Anyone live? Hit us up in the chat if you're here.
I've already told my whole team chat, so you
Oh,
guys
sure.
should hopefully be bombarded by Team Goldfarb tonight.
Wow,
I hope
that'll
so.
be the first time or the last for me.
Suck it, Becker. Suck it, Becker.
Let's see if we can get the
Nah,
chat on
Becker's
the
a
TV
grandpa.
right in
Becker
front of
probably
us.
wanted
Bottom
you to
right,
do
that's
it.
money.
Becker's probably asleep.
Look, let's
What's
go.
up,
He's like, I
Ben?
got some-
Hey.
He's here. Oh, there he is.
Yo, we saw enough of
He said
Ben.
early
I
bed,
kicked
early
him.
rise. What a fucking liar.
I'm about to say, I saw enough of Ben, dude. I kicked him out of our fucking quarterfinal matchup. I said, stay in DC, bud. We don't need to see you anymore.
That's actually Ben in a set suit.
Surprise!
Imagine like Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
taking face off.
Oh shit. What's up, fellas? How we doing? Let's level set with who we got here, right? We got 12 people watching. We know Beck is one of them. If anyone else is out there, let us know in the chat. Let's have some fun. We got Dom DeFalco, recently eliminated. What a fucking loser. We got me, also recently eliminated. Bigger loser.
What a fucking loser.
And then we
You're a
got
one.
Seth. We got Seth, who was further eliminated, also a big loser. We got Santa Nose over here, Beck,
Suck it,
also
Beck.
super eliminated. So just a bunch of morons that don't know shit. And then we got 2 semifinalists. We got Ush with his great looking hair, and we got John with his thinning hair. What's up, buds?
Johnny, look
Well,
great.
first of all, assault. Second of all, great to be back with the boys. Feel like I've been on a little hiatus.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, salt for me.
Assault.
I gave you a compliment.
You gave me a compliment?
Me?
Me? You gave me a compliment?
No, you gave Ush a compliment.
Oh yeah, he deserves
Yeah.
it. It's a
Which
good
was
looking.
saying
it's a
assault
good
on
looking
my
line.
behalf.
Yeah, I was saying assault on your behalf.
On my behalf.
That's
Yeah.
assault, brother.
Correct.
This is so far behind.
Steve's a good looking lad. For anyone that's confused, we have the live stream right in front of us with the chat up, so we're gonna be confused all night. But fellas, semifinals. The semifinals is upon us. Who thought we would have made it here this quick?
A lot of sweeps.
A lot of sweeps.
A lot of sweeps. All of them.
Seth, were you surprised at all 4 series sweeping last weekend?
I was. Yes, I thought there would be at least 2 splits. I thought you guys would split, and I thought Carol would split. The other 2, I thought they would be sweeps. But yeah, I was rather shocked.
Disappointing Seth is the biggest harpoon of them all. It's even worse than losing.
You
God
think,
damn
yeah.
it. How often? I'm guessing you've been in the league for a while. Does not happen often?
No, it does not. Yeah, I can't even remember the last time a round has been completely swept, especially when we push the playoffs back a week, for certain circumstances. We'll get into it later, I'm sure. Yeah.
For all intents and purposes,
For
we're
Colts
all caught up
Hammies.
on that, by the way. So
Yeah, we're welcome. We're all the way back.
You're welcome.
We're all the way back.
It all worked out. It all worked out.
Seth, though, tough year for you. This podcast specifically I was pro Seth. Hemp was neutral. Ush neutral. Dom hated you guys.
I was right. Is what you're supposed
You
to
were
say.
right. I'm not gonna say
Honestly,
that. I'm not gonna say
you
that.
I would
that.
say I leaned more towards you, but I was just more disappointed, just because
He's
like
so
they never,
disappointed.
they
I was
never
pro
put
Seth.
together.
Everyone else hated you.
What do you make of your season? Obviously, going out in the first round is not the ideal goal. You fought your way out of the play-in game in the last possible moment. Like, what was the season recap for? What was your mama's spine? You're not
Gastro.
mama's spine. Gastro.
Gastro.
You're always gastro.
Always
Loves
the
the butt
colon
problems.
crushers till the day I die. But I think Ush hit the nail right on the head. I think when you look at our season, one word to describe it is disappointing. I think we had all the tools to be successful, lineup wise, hitting wise, defense, and we just couldn't put the pieces together. But all that to say is that I do look back on the season positively. Met some great guys. We had a really good group of guys on our team. We just couldn't bring it together, and ultimately led to our downfall to steamrolling Team Carroll right now. Yeah.
We'll get into Team Carroll. Dom, you can attest this with me, and Steve, maybe you're in the same boat. After we lost on Sunday in the it does Dennis. It does Dennis.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hi,
The
Dennis.
having given up this year, Dom, I think you're in a different boat than what I'm about to say. Steve, you might be in the same boat, but after the year we lost in the 2 games. We'll get into the games, but we sat there without our captain, and I had to say something to the fellas after the year. And I genuinely had so much fun playing softball this season. Like,
Yeah.
we were a good team. We fought. We stunk at times, and we fought, and we won, and we dominated at times, and it was fun. We had so much fun on Team Kessler this year, and that was all I had to say to the fellas afterwards. I was like, listen, we didn't achieve the goal we were going for, yes. And it might sound like loser talk right now, but at the time, I almost teared up addressing the fellas after the game. I had so much fun in this season. And when you think about what do we play softball fun, and I see you down there, loser talk. I know that's what you're about to say. When we look back on it, that's what we're going for when we play softball. Just having fun out there with the lads.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, absolutely 100% is loser talk, but
Yeah,
that's
it is.
kind of all we hope for when we play in this league. Just to, obviously the end goal is to be in the finals, try and win a championship, but you want to have fun with the group that you're with the whole season. Being with a group that's not fun for the whole summer, makes or breaks your summer for some people.
Literally an entire year. You play for 9 months.
You're
every year.
committed to show up there for 22 plus weeks throughout the summer. You want that to be enjoyable. You don't want to be like, oh, I hate the team that I'm with. I don't like the guys that I'm with. It's not fun. It's not what the league's about.
I mean, for Team Polzer, I'll kind of say I did have fun as well. The group of guys we had were a great group of guys. I'll play with all of them again. It didn't work out the way we planned, but I agree. I mean, we had a good time. Definitely not anywhere near the result that I would want, or I think anyone on the team would want. But it was a fun year with the lads on the team that I had.
I think people are wondering, Seth,
You had a good group of lads.
Yeah.
You did.
did.
I mean, when you start with Polzer, it's almost
Polzer,
automatic.
Great guy. Brullo, great guy. And down the lineup, Jurgens,
Yeah.
the Monacchios,
The Monacchio's great
Yeah,
guy.
Monacchio's
my man Lou Bafoots.
Dude, we were just talking about him offline. He's literally I'm telling you, Lou Bafuto is a top 5
team guy.
personality individual in
Yes.
the league.
100%.
Not even close.
Agreed, yeah.
If you haven't played with him, you gotta play with him.
He's a man.
Yeah. Anything you regret, Seth, along the year? Maybe a game, a decision, a draft pick. Not to throw an individual under buff. Maybe it's maybe we didn't need that type of position at the time type pick. Any regrets that you look back on that you're gonna learn from?
I probably just put it on myself, not to sound cheesy, but
Yes, he means to be cheesy.
That's Coach Tom.
Yeah,
Loser Coach Tom.
there's probably something that I could have done better. I don't know what exactly it is. I did make some questionable calls, in our game against Klaczynski. We had the final play of the game. I sent Santa. Maybe I should have. Maybe I shouldn't have. And I sent him. He was out. But you know what? That's the game. You take your chances, and sometimes they work out, and sometimes they don't. But I can't honestly pinpoint it to anything. I think the team I drafted. I loved it. It was everything I could have hoped for. And I think if you ask every single person on our team, did they expect the season to turn out this way? Absolutely not. But you know what? That's why we play. That's why we play.
Kira. We still don't know who Kira is.
Who's here? I mean, it's some
Cairo.
Gate Monday lock in. Yeah,
Monday
lock in.
Of course you're locked
MVP.
MVP.
Come on.
Is that Panacidi?
It might be. I don't know.
Maybe Jesse. Can I ask you one last question, Seth, about your team?
Of
And then
course.
and then we can move on from your night.
No,
boys.
you can.
You took Santa Marita over Sandagate, Amato, and Fluta. 3 shortstops. You have yourself. You kind of penciled yourself into JR. Were there any thoughts, any regrets over not going shortstop in that one pick when you have yourself and you planned on JR the whole time?
No regrets at all. I mean, you know how I feel about Mike. I think we all feel the same way. I mean, he's an exceptional ball player. I mean, he just plays the game the right way, and not only is he such a good ball player, he's just and obviously like Steve. I mean, you remember
suck, Steve. That's what he just said.
I remember I called Steve the night before, and I told him, and it pained me so much. I'm like, Steve, I'm not gonna draft you. I'm gonna draft Santa.
Well,
And-
you got a phone call before.
And I said,
That's
I'm
what
like,
it moved.
like, look, do what you got to do.
Class guy.
Whatever
That's a
happens.
class act
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Holy shit.
All class. Can't pick a team to save his life, but all class.
exactly. Yeah.
Dennis, I don't think Pez has a burner.
No regrets whatsoever. I love Santa. I would draft him again in a heartbeat, and I probably will next year. So,
A lot of people,
Well, that answers my question.
mainly Mike Heitzner, is saying that because you didn't draft him is the reason why you didn't have success.
yeah. Well, and I even tried to trade for him. I went up to Goddard. I said, "What can I do to get Heights?" And he was like, "Nope, that's my guy.
Wow.
I'm not going to trade him." Yeah. And that just goes to when you draft a guy like Heights, I'm going to pump his tires for a little bit. The vibe that he brings to your team with the tequila shots and, just keeping the vibes up, like, it adds so much that, like, he's a good outfielder.
Blue guy, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but he's a
Big
glue
time
guy.
glue guy.
Yeah,
Big time glue
huge
guy.
glue guy.
Yeah.
What up, Biko? How we doing, buddy?
Hey, Vico.
Going back to Lou, I
Seth,
think
Justin just wants you to tell him he's the best drafter. That's what he's fishing right
He
now.
already knows that.
Does he?
Semi-finalist. Back
Yeah.
to back. 3 straight years, no?
And if you don't know it, just
Three
ask
straight,
him
yeah.
to tell you.
Biko with
Potential.
with Phil lost in the finals and then won it last year.
Yep.
And he's back in the semis.
Knocking
this
out
year.
the door with.
He
the
might go
Heat
finals 3
himself.
years in a row.
a heat miser.
How else can I be a 2? Biko, stop making the semifinals, bud. Like, what the fuck?
It's very true.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's the 25th drafted player in our league right
Yeah,
there.
it's real. Guy's an animal. I mean, we'll get into our
There it
series.
is. I got you.
We'll get into our series real quick. Any other like type of housekeeping? There's been a lot going on in the league. Like I feel like in group chats and everything, the people celebrating and having some fun or whatnot. Anything before we get into the series that we want to talk about? Dom, you seem to have your nose to the ground over there, and you've been very quiet so far.
We got the fall draft order. That's a thing.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, give us some housekeeping.
When's
on
the
fall
draft?
tournament.
The draft is 10/14. It's going to be at Nick DiNapoli's house, his backyard estate.
Very nice backyard.
I will set up the camera so we can live stream it. The draft
Nice.
order is out.
That's an incredible comment, Tommy.
Yeah.
Tom, can I hop in the Uber as well, or is that not allowed?
No shot is he allowed in that Uber, Tom.
Accepted.
And while I have Tom here, the MVP of the fall tournament will finally be winning Tom Carroll's car. We've been
Nice.
trying to give it
Hell
away all
yeah.
season. We finally, October 18th, be there.
We pinpointed the best spot for it finally.
Yeah, we couldn't get
After all the
couldn't
weeks
get
of Monday nights where we tried to give it away.
There weren't
Give it
enough
away.
walks.
Now we're finally going to do it. So the first overall pick of the draft is Anthony DeMarco. White Lightning, number 1.
Welcome back. Oh, whoa. Can you say he's White Lightning when he played for the Afro Latinos?
Dark Knight.
I think it depends what clothes he's wearing, but
It does.
he's going to need to be the Dark Knight if he's going to go 1-1.
I would agree.
Yeah, so
Can't be White Lightning on that.
yeah, exactly. White Lightning is when he's picked second in the second round. 2 is Tino.
He also stinks.
Pick La Blanca, yeah. Pick 3,
These comments are insane.
take it or leave it.
That's what you get for speeding in 25, Tom.
Pick 3 is Eddie Faucic. Pick number 4 is myself. Pick 5 is Frank Ermel.
Mel.
Pick 6 is Joe Juraski. 7 is Pete K. 8 is the Napoli, and 9 is Austin Silverberg.
Nice.
Wonderful.
So those are the 9.
Wonderful. So that's the draft is 10-14.
10-14.
The tournament is 10-18. Is that right?
Gotcha.
So that's
Right.
2 Saturdays from now. Is that right?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's creeping up quick.
2 Saturdays from now. So everyone, make sure you're paying attention.
Keep it on the creep.
Creep up, yes. Come out.
You don't do
I
that
sh-
unless you're coding TLC.
yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Make sure you show up, have some fun. It's gonna be a good day. I'll be there. It's gonna be a fun day.
And people want to know if if your team's in the finals, are you going to play? That's comes to be a big. It's going to be a big question. There's a lot of folks potentially going to the finals. Are they going to play in this fall tournament?
Can I task you with a task? That's how that
You can
works.
task a task.
And when we start talking about these semifinals games, you gotta call out who's playing.
The semifinals right now is Team Carroll versus Team LaRocca at
Yes, sir.
Swin.
Yup. Whack ass field.
Team Goldfarb versus Team Pezzalicious on Union Hill Right.
You hear that, Bico? That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
like that's disrespect.
That's disgusting. Pezzalicious.
But there's a lot.
You're
like,
such a
Bush is
loser.
on the list. Tom, Mickey Laps, Pez is on there. Bico. There's a lot of people that are in the mix.
Yeah, but are
Frank,
they gonna hang
Tino's
on?
a captain. Like
Yeah, are they? Oh, Frank will not let
he's
him
gonna,
play. Are you kidding?
he's gonna be the second overall pick and not play.
Not play. He's gonna captain a team and not play.
So yeah, that is the because what you said 2 Saturdays away.
2 Saturdays away, baby. 10-18. 2 Saturdays away.
So
Very
potentially, if there's a
Three Saturdays. I'm sorry.
That was
3
a-
Saturdays.
okay, that
3
makes-
Saturdays. Yes, sir.
So
3
we would
Saturdays.
need a sweep this week, and then a sweep in the finals, and then
For
we wouldn't have
two-
to
yeah,
worry.
yeah,
about
exactly.
it.
That would be. That
All
would
right,
be.
Tom.
If there are 2 sweeps this week, that's gonna be insane.
I think
I
that
don't
would
see it.
actually be a first.
I don't see it.
So,
But I could be wrong.
so
I'm
if
curious
there
to
is
know.
a split in one of the series, would they make the teams start game 1 of the finals after they play the first game of the doubleheader, or like if the series completes and then it would
One
go to the
sweeps and one
finals?
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. They won't. You can't play 3 games.
No, I know
Yeah.
that. I just wasn't sure if they would make the teams start the finals or if you would just start fresh.
No, I think they would.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
think they would start.
Cole would
Yeah.
miss.
Cole would miss.
Oh, so they're not gonna. Bico, they're not gonna. If Cole would miss, they're
Cole's
not gonna
gonna
start.
miss.
Like, what are we talking about? Doug, are you in the chat, bud?
No
No
way.
shot Doug would let them start
Loaded
this
question.
series. No shot.
Bico's all over it.
Let's go. No shot.
Bico's
Yeah,
on right on
yeah.
my watch.
Get it on review.
Let's go. Hold on. Hand up right here.
I mean, to be
If
honest,
that
though,
situation
if that's
happens-
a scenario, that's kind of best case scenario if we were to make the finals.
If
If
that
Cole
happens,
misses just game 1
Game.
and then we have him for the next
Yeah,
week.
that's true. That's true.
but
Or
you'd
you
like to
want
have them
game
for game 1.
Yeah.
Incredible. Hand up here.
I just genuinely didn't know.
Who
wasn't
believes
sure.
that game 1 would start in that scenario if Cole is unavailable? Who believes the schedule maker would allow for that to happen?
I mean, if that's the rules and that's how it works.
Do you
then
think that would happen, Dom? You're such a
If that's
Sportsman. What a sportsman.
It has
What
to.
a sportsman
It
you
has
are.
to
What a
now.
sportsman.
But if that's the rules
I
and they
doubt
do
it.
that, then it has
I
to be
doubt
that way. You can't change it.
I don't think it would. I am the
But
reigning
I'm-
sportsman
no, I'm
of the year,
serious,
okay?
though, like-
I'm not saying anything.
Look, I know Doug gets a lot of shit. He's one guy out of what, 8 people on the board?
Look at this
7
guy
people
back
on
at
the
his
board?
teammates.
Is it you know what would happen? You guys would pick as the 1 seed. You guys would
It's the
pick
same thing about Gordon.
You guys would pick middle, and middle's unavailable, so he can't play because you picked middle. Something like that would happen.
No. The question remains is how many of those people that are all the people that are in the finals would not play in that fall tournament? correct?
Absolutely not. No. No.
That's a weird wrench. Because those are good players.
Yeah.
That's troubling. That's. What's your take? Dennis, shut the fuck up, Dennis. I told you.
Dennis, call it already. I mean, what are we doing? We're just gonna write
It-
19
this-
messages?
Where's Mike Steinberg? Throw
I'm
it
gonna
in the
have to
chat.
check Dom's
Someone
name
call
on my
Dennis.
phone to Master
How do we
Splinter
call
because
him?
he's down
How does
in
somebody
the
call him?
sewers.
Someone call
What is
Dennis.
the
Donnie. That's
Den-
Donnie Splinter.
That's
Dennis.
Donnie Splitter.
He's in a weird spot, Dennis. I want to make sure. I told him he had to speak up. He's not in anyone's purview. Dom is here to get in trouble, so we're trying to get Dom in,
Not
trying to get
to
Dom
lose.
included.
Dom is here to get in trouble.
It's a weird
Grimy
format we
Like
got.
that one.
It is. It is.
It's not
Dom,
ideal.
it's like that one
Well, the next
rubber
season.
band song we play for keeps.
Last game of the season, can't hold anything back.
Dennis,
Wait,
when
wait.
you're ready, call Johnny Hemp and we'll get going here. Should we start talking
You're
about
half myself. You could call a number of people on this couch probably.
Yes.
Don't call me, please. Don't
Don't
call
Yeah,
fucking
me.
you can't call Martin.
Right.
You'll fuck with
Who are we
everything.
calling?
Just don't call Martin.
Am I calling Dennis?
You can.
Let's
You
get
can do
it.
that
Let's
if you
get
want.
into the.
Luba Whoa, Luba Fudo texted me, fellas. It's a picture of.
Huh. Looks like potato chips.
Just a picture of him making the sangria. What a guy. What did we
Oh,
call
I
this?
can't wait to see this.
Limoncello.
Limoncello? It's
Oh, that's what that is. Oh,
Have a day, Lou. Have a day, Lou. What a beast.
Wow.
What a fucking beast.
Louis B.
I will say that I did make that cheesecake, and Pez ruined it with his Concord grapes.
Of course.
So I will.
Way to go, Pez.
The guy that's in the semifinals right now pitching confused Concord grapes and blueberries. Not just at the supermarket, but then back at the house, then back in the recipe,
Concord
and
grapes
then
and
into
blueberries?
the oven. So 4 different times.
And the guy works in a restaurant.
Such different sizes in
Thank you,
fruit.
sir.
Also, grapes are grapes. Blueberries are like
Right?
this
Excellent
big
point.
at best.
Excellent
All right, fellas, let's go. Let's move on to these series here.
Okay.
We get, let's start here with Hemp versus Dom. Carol Meyer. What a crazy matchup that we maybe never thought we'd see. We were talking earlier this year, fellas, that Carol's a clown and Dom's in the playing game. Meyer's in the playing game. But here we are, quarterfinals matchup. Johnny Hemp. First time you're about to speak in a half hour. How are we feeling going to the semifinals? Talk to us about this matchup.
And let me just interrupt him there.
Thank you.
I threw it to him
Go ahead.
first for a reason.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
No, you were about to interrupt me. Go.
Go ahead, John.
I don't want to
Say the truth.
Talk to us about the series. It was a sweep. It was a sweep.
It
Was it
was.
ever close? Let me ask John, was it ever close?
Here's the problem with me speaking. Like this is a big screen that we've got in front of us. I'm on an 8-second delay.
The coach speak is unbelievable right now.
Yeah, he just.
Okay.
Oh,
What's up?
That was.
I just turned it off, bud. What's happening? Talk to us about this game. How'd it go? You feeling good?
Versus Dom or
Yeah.
versus Rock?
First Dom. We're recapping. This guy's lost.
We're
already.
recapping. We're
You haven't
recapping.
been on the pod in
We're
so
recapping.
long.
TC, he may need more than an Uber.
My Uber helicopter.
Don't worry, TC. I'm not saying shit on it.
No, somebody over here on the right side of this couch, please tell me about this series. How did it go? It was a sweep. Was it close? Was it not close? Any big moments? Any big plays? I saw Easton made a diving play and then put a sword in his pocket.
I know you got some.
Someone talk to me about this series.
Should we let Marty just do it?
We gave them all they could want.
Alright, I was at the game.
No one ever believed in
Let's
us.
stop though. Let's
As,
stop.
as a fan perspective, I'll say I was at the game. I think in the early innings, TC came out hot. I think TC had a 2-run bomb. Jeff followed up. They went back to back. Quick up 3-0. I don't think they scored any more than 3. Meyer and the squad fought back a bit. TC put more on, and then to the later games it was tied. And then it was a rough ninth inning, I'd say, for the Meyer squad. A couple hard hit balls, a couple balls the plays could have been made. But I thought the first game was a very good game. Like, it was a good battle between the two. Like, it was a good one. Good
Great
one to
battle.
watch.
Great battle. We fought all the way back, and then we had them. They had the top of their lineup up. We were up by 2. We were up 11-9 in the bottom of the ninth. They had Hemp, Tom, Jeffrey, and then Ian coming up. Then, we got 2 outs. They didn't score a run. I think Tom was on third. Jeff was on first, so not so bad. And then they just hit, some really hard hit balls on the turf that got through the infield, or just we gave it away a little bit. Best Jew in the league, and it's not even close. Yeah, Jeffrey was.
Do you think the turf had anything to do with what happened, or
I would
just by like the lack of experience on it? Maybe
I would say
loves it so much he said it twice.
I only said it once.
I
Well,
just
you
think
know what?
The only words he said on the podcast have been on the chat.
Yeah, yeah.
Lock in, brother.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
There were, you know, whether the ball's coming off faster, people are definitely running faster on the turf. It was very chaotic, and they made us make 3 really hard plays to win the game, and we didn't make any of them.
Yeah.
They could have, any one of those balls could have been a fly ball, and that's the easiest out to make. So they made us have to make 3 really fucking hard outs. We didn't make a single one. They stormed the field like it was fucking Normandy. And they were just on another emotional level after that. Because it was kind of like one of those where, like, if we could just put it all together, we know we had a very good team. And it was basically looking like Brian Frank hit a bases clearing triple to put us ahead. Like, we battled all the way back. I think we dealt with their best punch, and now we threw our best punch, and we kind of feel like we lost the game.
Yeah.
And that's when, like, our carriage turned into a pumpkin, I think.
Do you think it's fair to say that when you lose game 1 12-11 and get walked off and they have all the energy and their team and none of the fans storm the field and have a good time, that you kind of lost game 2 in that moment? Like, did you feel that way in hindsight? Obviously, in the time, at the time, it's hard to feel that way. But in hindsight, like, did that murder you game 2?
No, in the moment.
To even just to get onto that for a second, like, it also doesn't help when, you know, they walk them off and then they're the away team.
The away
game 2,
team, right.
And then come out and just get
Punch
what,
right in the
6
mouth.
runs.
And the same
They just
4 or 5
came out-
guys that just won the game.
Came out
Yeah.
firing in the first
Yeah.
inning. That's such a
4 runs.
deflating
Was
feeling
that
to go out
more of
to.
the punch in them? Like, is that more of the deflating? Because you lost game 2 13-4, and if you're telling me they scored 4 in the first of game 2, you're fucking dead off.
Yeah.
You're dead on arrival.
Yeah, you're so high emotionally, and then just to get that ripped out from under you, and then they just punch you in the mouth immediately.
Yeah.
I think if we had lost maybe game 2 that way and we had a whole week to sit with it,
Mhm.
but when you have 15 minutes, it wasn't like they beat the dog shit out of us. Like,
It's just a lot of emotions to go through at one point. Like, you were so close, you made a huge comeback in game 1,
yeah.
and then to get, like, you came up short, essentially, I guess, and then they come out, and then you're already low because you lost that game you thought you should have won.
Not yet, Fez.
And then they come out, score 4. It's hard to get up from that. It's
The thing about their lineup is that, like, they play LaRocca. Like, who the fuck is called? Matt.
Yeah.
Not yet.
He's ready to go.
He's trying to call in.
What I would say is,
I'm not ready for him yet.
when we, like, if they had hit, if they had won the first game with, like, no doubt hits and walked us off, maybe.
Tom's phone is literally CD.
I just think we felt like we lost the game rather than we got beat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard in that, like, with more time, you can kind of reconcile with that mentally, but in the moment, and then it's like, listen, I think we had this conversation with Ben, where the away teams in our league, because the teams are so top heavy, and if you can jump out to a lead, it does a lot for the back end of the players. They have more confidence as opposed to the other side. You are kind of a little bit more pressure.
It's a big
but,
energy
like,
vibe.
listen, you just stormed the field in the quarterfinals of a
the
playoff game.
fans stormed
They
the
stormed
fans
the
did.
field, right?
Yeah.
We walk off dejected. Now you start a game 15 minutes later, and guess who's back in the box? Him, Tom Carroll, Jeffrey Goldrosen, Ian, Joe Picarello. It's not like yeah, exactly. It's not like we come up and it's like they're at 8, 9, 10 in the lineup. We're right back to the top. Same guys that just won the game. Same guys that carried the load the first game. They're back to carry it again, and it's tough to. Yeah, maybe if we hold it to 0 there, we can believe again that we're in it. But credit to them, like, that's the. I don't really feel like they got many cheap hits in that first inning of the second game.
No.
So
no,
did
that's what I'm saying. It's tough as a team to like try and pick yourself up from that, like,
Yeah.
especially because like the way that you felt after that first game, and then for them like to just come out and then just bash again, like you almost feel like at that point it's just not meant to be, and it's hard.
did Dave give you any like pep talk in between the games?
Josh Garcia.
Josh Garcia.
Josh Garcia.
Yeah, I mean, so I was. Oh God, I don't want to get myself in trouble. I'm not going to get in trouble. So
He did. You can
I'll
leave it
steal
at
it from
you.
you. I'll steal it from you. I would say that, look, a big part of the playoffs.
Josh, I'm gonna add you to the ProCare group chat. That's a great fucking message.
You kind of hinted on it though, like in the playoffs, like the away team, if they could put the pressure on first, pressure is huge. Pressure amplifies in the playoffs. Like if you can get a couple runs, even 3 in the first, now that other top is like, all right, now I need to get a hit. Now I need to get an extra base hit. Now they might go for one, and it's.
That butthole gets a little tighter in the playoffs.
And
It always does.
if your team's just lazy flyouts, three hoppers to get out, like there's no pressure on defense. What do they have to worry about? Hit a couple balls hard, get some guys on, and then see
They
what
played,
happens.
they played great defense. They shut us down when they needed to shut us down. Like they.
The playoffs is the ultimate team test, honestly.
Yeah.
It's picking each other up. It's getting your teammates backs. Like that's what it comes down to at the end of the day in the playoffs.
Yes, 100%. And to Josh Garcia's point in the comments, like we've said this all year, and this podcast has been very, very hard on the Carroll team. I think we've been very hard on the Carroll team because we have friends a lot of friends on the team, whether it's Tom Easton, Laps, Jeff, whatever. This has been a very like anti-Carroll, very criticized team Carroll all year. A lot around the pitching, obviously, but one thing that we haven't faulted on all year is the fact that they do bring a shit ton of energy
Facts.
every single game. And when you bring energy to a series and you wake up ready to fucking go to war, and how do you not when Joe Piccarello's yelling at you starting Saturday night? How do you not bring energy Sunday morning? And how does that energy not carry over Sunday morning? Especially when you jump out to an early lead like a Carroll homer in the first and a Jeff homer in the first. That's going to amplify it, right? So when we talk about this team going into the semis, does it surprise any of us? I think a little bit, yes. But they have a lot of the correct, like, mentals off the field that got them to the semis. And I think that, right after this, I think their mentals and their energy all year has been semifinal material. Maybe their play on the field maybe hasn't been. But, John, go for it. That's what's got them.
Well, before I even say what I was going to say, Matt, enough. That is my trick. That is my book. I don't know what Marty just said to you when he took Dom's phone call 2 minutes ago, but enough.
So before you
Congrats, Team Carroll. Enough.
before you go on your
Congrats,
before you
Pez.
go on your soliloquy, real quick.
I just have one quick thing to say.
Okay.
If you think that our pitcher's not bringing energy, that's insane. You're not watching the game.
I didn't say your pitcher wasn't bringing energy.
He didn't say
It was
that at all.
implied.
He didn't say that at all.
No, he was commending your energy.
Why don't you
What
write
do you say?
why don't you
No,
write
I was
another
gonna
narrative,
say,
John?
well,
Fucking
most-
loser.
While most people probably gave up on you guys like in the beginning of the season, the thing about your team, you guys never gave up on each other throughout the whole
Correct.
point.
Fact.
That's what I was trying to
So
tell you guys the whole
fantastic point.
podcast.
Yeah, that's,
Fantastic.
I was trying to tell you the whole podcast. I'm not giving up. Like, we're 2-5.
I will say if we win that first game, we have them.
You think?
They're dead.
You think?
They were dead. I took one look into that dugout. The reason why their celebration was so over the top is because that's how low
Go
they
Orioles.
were.
Don't worry.
I love
Next year. Next year. We got him. Go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
I do think that
We're only like 25 seconds.
because we had the last time we played, we come back and beat them. We were about to come back and beat them again. Just one more. That's not a problem, man. That's the reality we've chosen.
Back. I don't know why.
But I think we have a great shot in the second game to put up a really good fight and win if we had won the first game. I think we gave them we fucking Narcan them back to life, essentially. You know, and that's the flip side of the emotion, because while it can propel you to victory, it could also kind of get you to plummet in a moment.
And it's amazing how quickly it can change,
and
right? Yeah.
Great advice from
We went, I mean, we took the lead in the 7th inning, top of the 7th. They went through the 7th no runs, 8th no runs, and just, you could feel our team going like this and their team coming like this. And then it just all flipped.
Do you
see
feel-
everyone, if you go back and watch them storming the field, the body language,
Any fans on the field?
no.
Okay, just wondering.
No. My area of contention with my team was that I felt like everyone was coming off the field with their heads down, and I was kind of chirping at them, and I don't really do that. I'm not really that guy.
No.
And I was yelling with Pat because I'm coming off the field and I see everyone's dejected. So I'm like, let me try to get them up. So I'm screaming, you guys better celebrate. It's the last thing you guys are celebrating this whole season. Celebrate your 3 errors. Have a great time. I'm trying to get everyone, I'm not trying to dog them, obviously, but I'm trying to get my team to kind of realize and recognize, hey, look at this. Do you want this to be what we see again?
Mm-hmm.
No. And so I was yelling a little bit. Pat was yelling back at me, and I was kind of enjoying it. And then, Greg stopped me from just stopped it.
Pat Brock or Pat Siaglia?
Siaglia.
Really?
Me and Pat were yelling back and forth, and Greg.
At the end of the first game.
Yeah, well, you guys were all storming.
I did not realize that at all.
In Greggy's defense, I think there was, I think he didn't want to get anywhere where it
Too
didn't-
fucking late, though.
Is that wait? Hold on a minute.
Too late. Didn't want to get anywhere.
Is that what Greg was talking to us before the next game? I thought
Yeah.
he was talking about because
No.
me and Fogarty had a.
Wait, what
happened?
Wait, can you
What
explain?
happened? What
And
happened?
We're
that,
talking
that
about
had
Greg
nothing to do with
DeLuise?
Fogarty.
Yeah.
Hold
I
on,
love
hold
Greg.
on.
I'm not saying anything bad about Greg. but
No,
I'm
no,
just saying,
what-
I don't like that's.
All right, hold on. Walk us through this. Walk us through this.
Hold
Yeah,
on a
what-
minute.
Pat
Hold on a
versus
minute.
Pigs is the
Before
question.
Dom even goes, this is a nothing burger.
Oh, okay.
So whatever,
Yeah.
whatever Greg was saying,
Oh.
Should we just move on?
this was no. I now I want to hear
Okay.
because
Can you
whatever
talk
whatever
through
happened
this?
should have been a nothing burger.
All right.
No,
So
it-
help. No,
Fogarty was
seriously.
the
Help
same.
us understand.
No,
I know nothing.
I'm
I know
talking about
nothing at
whatever you
all.
and Pat said. It
I'm
couldn't have been
confused.
anything.
Pat, can you grab me another one?
Pat
If
didn't
you're
even say it.
getting
It was just getting a little chippy. That's all.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
That's all.
So they walk off. They storm the field with only the players, and then what
And I
happens?
was yelling at them.
Yeah, it was a little chippy.
You were yelling at Tom, the team.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
and we heard you.
Yeah.
We knew
Of course
Okay,
I did.
so
I
what-
was screaming.
So Pat Siaglia does what?
he was
Thank you.
You were John.
just going back. I can't
Yeah,
remember
he
what
was
he was
circling
saying.
back.
He was like, just keep
was
talking
just
or
circling
something
Yeah,
like
hell
that.
yeah. Some fiery comments.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what
Hell
Pat.
yeah,
That's
hell
what
yeah.
Pat.
I fucking
Okay.
loved it. Yeah.
Shut up, Dennis, you fucking piece of shit.
That's what Pat does. Dennis, make your name Dennis.
Rad
rumblings. What does that even mean?
I'm not allowed to talk to you for the rest of the
I
time.
guess not.
Dennis is not allowed.
You might have not all been in the league
Burger
yet,
YouTube.
but the what Baiko just brought up, the Pat versus Pings fight, that
Who's
happened. Pat Siaglia and
Danny
Pingaro got into it in a playoff game.
Really?
Yeah.
Belly bone?
Let me tell you.
Yeah,
That was the belly bone?
and, well, and then
You're right.
Pat Siaglia is kind of he's wiser than people realize. He's got some good chirps.
oh, I'm sure. Yeah, he does.
Pat's a
He
gamer.
does. Yeah.
Patty Schwags is a
By the
gamer.
way, Pat chirps our players.
Dude,
During the game,
Baiko, I remember that filming. He filmed it in 240p. It's impossible to understand what's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
240p.
He drops the phone to go try to break up the fight, and then Ryan Grant comes out of nowhere and just tackles Siaglia. It was so it's crazy.
Tackled him?
Yeah, completely pancaked him.
Way to back up your team, Justin. I love
Justo,
that.
let's
They
move
stink,
on.
though.
I think those last two comments are perfect to move on to my series against Baiko.
Yeah.
Let's go. Anything else on Carol?
Wait, I got
Carol
one.
Meyer?
I got one question for Dom, if that's all right. Is there
As
anybody?
long as it's not Martin.
No. Is there is there any particular pitch that you want to have back? / Is there any pitch that you threw that you're like, oh man, this was a perfect one, and the Team Carroll just fucking crushed it?
Oh,
Great fucking questions.
yeah, I hate this.
I'm sorry.
The pitch I want to have back is, I think, however inconsequential, is the one I threw to Jeff in the 9th inning. I think I should.
Oh, the first game.
Yes.
He smoked that ball in the middle.
I wanted him to come at me,
He did.
but I left
But
it.
you wanted him to be less than 125 miles an hour.
I just couldn't catch it. Just too high up. I left it. I caught too much plate with it.
So Mike,
And I felt like in that moment, I need Jeffrey to kill me and I need to make a play. And now we have 2 outs and Tom's on first and we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably a little bit, whatever. What are you going to do? I thought the ball that Joe Piccarello hit, even though Dave, I think, should have made the play. Right? That was Pick's ball that went through Dave's legs in the 9th, Hemp.
Yes, it was Piccarello's ball that beat Dave. I shouldn't say beat.
That ball, I
Ben's
thought,
dead.
So last
we found him, Matt. We found him.
Last season, Joe Piccarello hit the walk-off hit against us. Last year was on Rosenstock's team. He was the replacement for Mike. We didn't know who he was or whatever, and he hit a really great pitch. And I love Joe. I love his game. I love his attitude, all that stuff. I thought the pitch that I threw him, I could not believe that he hit it that hard and that fair. I thought that he was going to hit that ball foul, and then I was going to get to play around with him for a couple pitches and make the moment get really big.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember from last year, he swung at the first pitch, and he did it again. So I thought that if I threw him something that looked nice, he was going to swing at the first pitch, either pop it up or hit a ball foul. And he smoked the ball fair right underneath Dave's glove. And I thought that was a great, in the moment thing. So yeah, those
Fifth best.
Those are the 2 I'd like to have.
Matt,
back.
he's in a bubble room.
Gotcha. Ben is fine. I spoke to him today. He's eating dinner at a Mexican restaurant. He's probably at least 5 or 6 tequila shots deep.
He's all right, guys.
He's fine.
He's all right.
He's fine.
All right, let's move on here. Those are really good questions.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. Team Kessler lose 2 weird ass games against Baiko.
No, they were normal games.
Normal games.
No.
I wanna start.
expected.
I wanna start with this in terms of this series. I want to give shout outs to 2 in particular players on Team Pico. The first and most important shout out is Jason Feingold. That kid is unfucking believable at softball. He played so good in right center. He took away a hit every other inning. Easily. Whether it was a ball tracked deep up the middle or coming in left and right sliding for play. He played so good in right center field. He was the number 1 contributor to our offense not having a chance. Want that clear and present. Jason Feingold.
It wasn't Pez's precise pitching.
It was far from Pez's precise pitching.
That's not the story.
He was unbelievable right center. Truthfully, one of the best right center performances I've ever seen in a softball game.
That's high praise.
Doubleheader game.
He
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then the other praise I want to give is Chris Baldino. We've come on this podcast month after month and talked about Chris Baldino. He made every single play that was hit at him. And in a playoff game, if you make one error, that's fucking crucial. He was lights, dude. He was lights. It was ranging to his left, his right, back, forward, whatever. Baldy and Jason Feingold's defense crushed us. Because it took any chance. We were like, good swing. Fuck. Go. Oh, fuck. The two of them really crushed us. But it was a weird series in the sense that, Matt Hill, you deserve 0 credit. You've gotten 0 hits. They scored.
Michael, we get it. You're good at drafting. We understand.
So this is really what our series came down to. Game 1, we scored 4 runs in the first inning, and then we didn't score for the rest of the game. Baiko scored 5. They didn't score until the 5th inning of game 1.
They scored 9, right?
They scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They started from Rob Cord through Evan Abramson. They scored 9 straight runs in the 5th inning.
Jeez.
Killer.
Yeah.
Absolute punch in the mouth in the 5th inning.
How does that happen?
That is so singles. Just single.
Yeah.
Bloopers, ropes,
Why
doesn't
is
matter.
that?
Just
Insane.
killer. I'm looking at the book. Single, double, walk. Single, walk, single.
Yeah.
Walk, single, F10, single.
A lot of
Like, just insane.
When you're
Just
out there on
insane.
defense, you're like, what the fuck am I
What am I
supposed to do? Yeah.
They maybe had like 2 bloopers.
There's
Like,
nothing you can do.
There's
nothing you can do.
It's a hitter's game.
But what I attribute most to Team Bico and Team Bico won the series 100%. They won their series because they hit more singles,
Yeah.
and they had so much. Every time somebody hit a single, every single player, and I see Justin Randall in the comments, I want to give him a big shout out because every single time they hit a single, it's let's go, yeah! And then they sit down, and then the next guy hits, ah! Dude, they were menaces, bro.
Yeah.
They were absolute menace. They had so much energy, and every one hit led to 2, led to 3, led to 4. It was out of control. And then game 2 was the same. Was we had the lead 4-1 going into the 8th inning, and we set up a double play situation 4-1. We don't turn the double play. We've turned hundreds of times. That's aggressive. Dozens of time all year. We don't turn that same double play. We've turned double times. When a guy's out of the game with a win, we don't turn the double play. And then from there they go hit, 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 homer, boom. And now they're up. And now they're up 7.
White's
Now they're up
gone.
3. Now they're up 7-4. All we have to do is turn this double play. We've turned dozens of times all year. All we have to do is turn that.
Yeah.
And then boom, just like that, game's over. It was 5-3. 5-3 with 2 outs in the 8th inning. And they had 7 straight hits to take the lead and bury us. And we scored 2. We scored 2 in the top of the 9th, and we needed 3.
In the words of John Sterling, that's baseball, Susan.
That's baseball.
That's baseball.
We turned 5 double plays in the first 7 innings of that game. That is an absolute fact. It was insane. It was just.
So you know what it also really comes down to? I know you said you lost it in the 9th, but you
Yeah.
don't.
Well, we didn't really lose it.
I know,
we
but
had
I
a
know
chance
you're
to tie it in the
But
9th,
what
but
I'm-
yes, we lost the game so many times before.
You need to, like, when you have runners on in the playoffs, especially a guy on third or a guy on second, you need singles. You need a line drive opposite way. You need a ground ball hard through the hole. You don't need to hit one 8,000 feet because, it's an out and either if 2 outs you're out of the inning or 1 out then it's just a tag and see what happens. But like it's so important to either like shorten up the swing or swing 75% and just hit a line drive. Just try
Especially
a line
on
drive.
Muni too.
That's what I'm saying.
right?
Muni,
Yeah.
like
I
open
think
fields.
I think
Hit line drives.
part of the plus side when you draft a big dumb idiot like Matt Hill, even though he doesn't really have a position, is that he is the same level of calm all the time, no matter what situation. He is, Justin's having a great year, but you talk to Matt Hill away, Justin Randall's nowhere near him, they'll say, oh, Justin's best player in the league. Like, that's how he feels about Pez, best pitcher in the league. Evan Abramson, best utility guy in the league. Everything, that is a contagious attitude. Then you start to win a little bit and you're like, okay, maybe Bykowski does know what he's fucking doing. He's done a lot.
Don't give Bico too much credit.
Yo, something Matt Hill does is like, he's really good. And Matt, I see you in the comments and I see you in my text. And can you call him back? Something that he does, something he does really well that I think goes like kind of under the radar is he's willing to be the punching bag. Mm-hmm. He's willing to be like, yo, I'm R1. I fucking suck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to come at my team, bro? Come at me. I suck.
He'll
Like,
get a
let's
single,
go, come at me.
He'll get a single
And
and be
with
like, oh
that,
my God, I'm a 12. Don't ever fucking draft me.
correct.
again."
And with that, when everyone is punching at Matt, everyone looks at Matt and they're like, yeah, you do suck.
Yeah.
But guess what that lets people be? Free and able to do their own thing.
100%. And you know where when he obviously didn't perform as well as he
Yes.
wanted to, you know where he was? He was coaching third base and he was just fucking sending everybody.
Definitely just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he played with
Yeah.
that last
So he
year.
was still in the game. That's what you want.
No, and it's exactly what you look for from a teammate. Matt, you here? No, it's
A
calling.
great teammate, even worse friend.
What up, Matty?
What up, bro? Just finished a few beers. Feeling lit.
What type of beers are we drinking?
This is traditional light beers. Nothing crazy. Minus the Seals.
Sure. Are you soft? People are asking as you're drinking light beers.
Yeah, I'm a bitch. Usually light beers. And, can't do IPAs too close to game day.
Of course, of course.
Pussy.
Talk to us about this Sunday though. How did the series go? Are you guys surprised? How's the team vibe?
First, you guys?
Yeah, of course.
No, I mean, team vibes are always fine. Always fine. Whether it's game 0 or game 20. We've been down probably 85 to 8% of the innings of the year, but, our team is always calm, collective, and when we just get 7 singles in a row, our team does it.
So what's the vibe going forward here? How are you feeling going in, making any guarantees like you are known to do on this pod?
Potentially. I mean, I am 4-0 in guarantees. So are my friend Todd Wallman. Start with you. Love you, Todd.
No one loves Todd.
No, I mean, our team has been going the same since week 1 versus the playoffs. Yeah, we still have the worst 1 and 2 in the league, but we have the best 11, 12, 13. So it's great. All you can tell.
So the worst one.
Make a guarantee.
I mean, I'm confident we're gonna win. Yeah, of course we're gonna win.
Oh, what a change in pace.
How many games?
I mean, I walked into Marty at 7:30 and said, "Are you guys ready to get swept by a 10?"
Can he guarantee a non-sweep?
Can you guarantee a non-sweep?
A non-sweep versus Becker's team.
Who do you play? Do you play Bico, Osh? Yeah.
Yeah. We'll win in 3 games. Yeah.
No, can they guarantee not getting swept?
Can you guarantee not getting swept? That's the question from John.
We're not going to get swept. We'll be in the finals. Most
Okay.
likely 3 games, maybe 2. I mean, it's the same thing. I walked up to Marty. You guys ready to get swept today? Boom, got swept.
And what did I say? Probably.
I mean, the funny thing is, I love Becker and Beja and Ocean. I've been texting all those guys this week. The best thing that happened to me all week is that I got Doug on a D's nuts joke. So honestly, it doesn't really matter what happens on Sunday. I got Doug. So fuck it, it's already over. You already won.
Sorry, over.
Matt, I have a serious question for you. In our series, I'm looking at the books right now. You scored 9 runs in 1 inning, shortly followed up by 3 runs on a single turned homer. You then followed it up with 1 run in the 4th inning, followed by 8 runs in the 8th inning. That is 4 of 18 innings. You've scored in 4 of 18 innings in the second round. What is your concern level in the ability to replicate that type of performance?
No, 0%. I mean, scoring 4 out of 18 runs is, an anomaly. It's very hard to do, but I end up winning the game. But great swings all day. A lot of line drives, a lot of hard outs. Even the 4 or 5 double plays, they're hard ground balls. If you hit a hard ground ball in Marlboro softball, I'll take it 8 out of 9 times. The swings are good all day. Our team has been crazy with either scoring 1 run 8 innings in a row or scoring a billion in 1 inning. So the offensive swings have been great and approaches have been great the last month. So I'm not worried about our offense or defense. But it's going to be a tough game. But yeah, Hush, I mean, you'll have your hands full for sure.
Who's one player? I just pumped the tires of Jason Feingold, so you're not allowed to say him. Who's one player you're looking to step up in the semis to help get you over the hump here?
Myself, because I've been asked for the last 3 months.
Well, you're asked for the last 25 years. Give me a real answer.
I was good, very good 7 years ago for 1 year. But besides that, our whole team has been playing great the last few days or few weeks. No, it's myself, because if you look at that
I'm gonna hang up on you.
Are you gonna
Wait, I'm gonna hang up on
Are
you.
you gonna fucking nuke on Sunday or what?
The over-under is 0.5 nukes.
You're soft.
We're hammering the over.
You're
So wait,
so
Matt,
soft.
Matt, let this is Seth, by the way. Let's talk about
First
yourself.
time, long time.
First time, long time.
So soft. Guaranteed victory, Wallman. 6 hits, victory. Guaranteed playoff series versus Goddard 3 fucking months ago. Won that game because they fucking suck. Guaranteed Marty series. I walked up to you, said you're gonna get fucking swept. You got swept. I'm looking at Ush and Doug. I've been texting them all week. Becker, Beja, Doug, fucking Goldfarb. I had the wrong
You
captain.
texted me once. Joke's on you. I sleep like shit every day of the week. I'll still
I'm
be there ready to
guaranteed-
play.
Put it in fucking blackboard, fucking ink. I'm guaranteeing we fucking win. 2 games or 3 games. Oh, it's already happened. I love you, but you fucking lost.
You don't
So,
love
yeah,
him.
Call me soft again. I'll see you in the fucking finals in 3 weeks. How's that for fucking soft? How's Jamal doing?
Or how many hits are
How's
we
Dickens
predicting?
doing?
Seth has. Wait. Hold on, Matt. Put your anger down for 1 second. The most genuine man in softball has a question for you. Seth has a question.
Wow.
He's really.
1, 2, 3.
He's really curious about a question, Matt. Can you please put your anger away?
Becker also just called you Charmin soft.
Very. I mean, that's a short song.
He's in the heater right now. I
Seth,
can't
what
see
is your
him.
question,
Might as well
sir?
call him.
Have you
Hold
seen
on,
the
hold on.
commercials?
Might as well call him Dwight Howard.
Too many people. Go on.
Was gonna.
Well, call him a ball.
Obviously, you need to hit the ball better, but what do you need? What specifically do you think you need to do with your swing that you weren't doing on Sunday to make it better?
Don't fly out to me in right center.
Yeah, don't fly out there. No, just being too anxious. If I wait back, the swing's fine. Too anxious, a couple lazy pop-ups, a couple lazy swings. I get too anxious, trying to do too much. The weight's in the front foot, you're rolling over. I
Gotcha.
just wait
Gotcha.
time. It's a fall.
And it happens. You get anxious in the playoffs. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, thank God my team to pick me up, but they've been picking me up all year. So even if I do dog shit against Sunday, our team's still going to win.
They have been picking you up all year, Matt, and that's what's something that interests me is like we've talked all year about how
Damn
it's
right,
been
Paz.
like the 4, 5, 6 hitters all year, and then how like Gary and Pez can kind of wake up a little bit, and they did wake up in this last series. So like that, well, you guys are a fucking tough team, and you played way better defense than I've seen you play all year this weekend.
Yeah, I appreciate our defense. We were not.
You don't appreciate that. I didn't say anything nice about you. Relax.
Our defense, no, we were very suspect. We were good the first 2 weeks and then suspect defensively, but we've been locked in defensively. Whether it's Evan Averson moving around, second, short, third, right field. But yeah, we played great defensively, and that's also what is the game with you guys.
Thanks for coming on, Matt. We appreciate your call.
I just took that advice immediately.
I didn't see Ben's comment until after I hung up.
All right, that's it. That's a guarantee. The Matt Hill guarantee.
The Matt Hill guarantee is here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, next series. What do we got here?
His heart.
Ush, let's go to you. Ush over. Who'd you play? Bombenblitz?
Bombenblitz.
Some morons. Let me be the first to congratulate you on ending a bunch of idiots this season. Congrats.
Thanks.
Congrats. Talk to us about the series.
I mean, it depends, I guess, who you ask.
I'm asking you, but you're the one on the podcast.
Well, some people would like to blame the umpire for what happened this weekend. I think personally, you don't lose by double digits in both games and can blame the umpire. But who am I to say? I guess
Michael.
Yoshi's the man. Come on.
Yoshi made the one play in right field that was actually hit to him. Becker tried him one time in right field, caught the ball, hit it right at him.
Of
Other
course
than
he
that,
did.
I don't think there was one ball that actually went to Yoshi in right field. So you can't even say it was because of that.
Matt, they ended your segment. I'm sorry. He keeps trying to call me.
Were these games ever close?
Yeah, I mean, game one was a little close. We were kind of back and forth to start, and then we had a big inning and kind of just broke it open from there. And then game two, also, we got out to a 5-run lead. They matched us in the first, and then that was kind of it from there.
So I didn't watch any of your game, but how did Cole play at shortstop? Was he
Cole
fine?
was fine.
He looks good.
Yeah, Cole's back.
What was the situation? I saw that a different pitcher had to come in at some point in time.
Honestly, I don't know what they decided to do at that point. I know Joey Bomblenblit kind of got moved around a couple different times.
Tough
For what
day.
reason, I don't know.
He had a tough day, it seemed.
Kind of seemed like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was necessarily his fault. I mean, third base is a tough place to play. You get a ball smoked at you.
Yeah.
Got his glove on a bunch of balls. I mean, didn't make a clean play on it, but like, I don't know if you could really blame that on him. And then they moved him to left field. I don't know if he's really, comfortable in the outfield, but they threw him out there just, I guess, as an athlete, and kind of slipped. Reed hit a ball to left field, ended up being a triple. Just kind of had a rough day, and then they pulled Juraski and had Joey pitch, but at that point it was already kind of out of reach in the second game.
Shout out Reed.
So,
Reed's a man. Go on.
no, so I'm gonna divert from your series here for a sec. Something I just don't understand, and Eric, I've never asked you this personally, but why don't they just buy in on making Joey the pitcher for the Bomb and Blitz squad?
That's a great question.
I don't understand. The guy was nominated for the Cy Young Award. His first time pitching, never pitched the ball before. So why not just go into the draft knowing that you're going to have shortstop and second base on lockdown, and your pitcher, your middle is pretty much going to be locked up. I don't get it.
Maybe Joey didn't want to pitch.
I mean,
That's the only
yeah.
thing I could think
Yeah.
of, because like when they brought him in, I wouldn't say that he's like necessarily like a crazy pitcher where like he's hard to hit, but he definitely does do a couple of different things.
He
kinda
throws like a bowling ball. He like pulls the ball.
And, and it has like a weird spin to it, so like it's easy to just think like, oh, I could crush this ball, and then you just hit a lazy fly ball.
It's just
Like,
not in the
it's
spot.
not
you
something
thought.
easy to like square up.
but that's the thing. If he, and I completely agree with you, but if he knows going into the season, like, hey, like, Joey, you're going to be our pitcher this year, he can work on it in the off season. He could start practicing some junk, start practicing some locating. I don't know. I know, like, having a good pitcher can, like, obviously propel your team to great lengths. Why not give it a shot?
I completely agree. I think that's a fantastic point. Like, and at the minimum, it's like, let me draft my team knowing Joey's my pitcher.
And build around
And
it,
if
right?
for some reason a pitcher falls to me, oh well, I have a really good pitcher that fell to me. Like if Dom falls you in the 6th or 7th round, if Dom falls you in the 9th round, you're like, holy shit, let's go. Fuck you, Joey. Go play right field for 3 innings.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
I get what you're saying though. It's a completely fair point.
And it's a pitcher that can play other positions.
Exactly.
So it's perfect. If a pitcher falls to you, great. Now you've got another athletic guy that can play anywhere else.
100%.
If he doesn't, now you've got a great pitcher.
Yeah.
In a good round.
Exactly.
Good value.
Exactly. So one day, Eric.
Think
we'll
about
have
it,
a
Ebon.
That's
conversation.
like the same thing with Team Pollock, not to bring up a team that's not in the playoffs, but like Matt could easily be a pitcher, but he drafted AJ early in the second round. But like,
He didn't pitch
if I'm
last
just
year
doesn't
either.
but if
want
I'm
to
Matt, you should just, if you're gonna draft a pitcher and not pitch, wait until after where you would go to do that, in my opinion.
Well, I think that's always like the question is like, do I risk it for this like new pitcher or a later pitcher and then pitch myself? I think Matt Pollock's a perfect example. I think Joey Bomblett's a perfect example. I think someone like Ronnie Pacheco is a perfect example. Like, I'm not drafting Ronnie to be my pitcher, but
Worst
Ronnie
case
Pacheco
scenario.
might be my pitcher.
Yeah.
I think someone will give it like maybe 2 years. Like someone like Willie Allen is the same exact thing. I think like myself, like I'm pitcher only next year. Like you draft me to be a pitcher.
Phil?
Phil is the exact
Yeah,
same way.
Yeah.
But like on a serious note, I think it's like there are some guys that can pitch, and there's guys who want to pitch, and there's some guys who can pitch that don't want to pitch. So it's kind of like Joe Juraski is the perfect guy. Like you look at Joe in the 5th round, you're like, Joe's a really, really, really good outfielder who wants to pitch and can pitch. But like, am I relying on Joe to pitch? So I take a guy like Joe, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, he's got a right center fielder. And then the 7th round comes around, I'm like, Larry Rubin's still available.
Yeah.
Sean Dancer's still available. Do I take those guys and put them in right center, or do I take Dom and I put Joe Juraski in right center? And that's the questions that you have to ask yourself, and then you go from there. So I don't know. That's part of the game. It's part of the Marlboro softball game, you know.
It's true.
Bomb and Blitz stood no chance in this series, though. If we're being completely honest, the series was over the moment you guys won your game.
I mean, honestly, with Team Bomb Blitz, it's kind of just you wait for them to implode on themselves, and then you just kind of like feast on it after that. Just kind of depends on when that happens.
In round one, you guys were backs against the wall all of the Sunday lingering. There was never that feeling backs against the wall. This was just classic Goldfarb winning in Goldfarb fashion.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, we played great defense all day. We didn't really. The runs that they scored weren't because we, made sloppy plays or threw the ball away. It's just they hit the ball. We tried to make some plays, and that was it.
Oh, hang on. That's up there. Over there by the
11-3, 18-5. Seems pretty easy. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Anything else we want to have on this series, fellas? Otherwise, the only non-representative series. Can someone call Dennis O'Connor, please? We have LaRocca sweeping Marone. 7-6, a close 7-6.
I got him.
And then 9-3.
I was gonna call him on 11%.
What should have been swim turned. Morel was it was supposed to be at swim, but it was unplayable.
Uber, Tom.
Wait.
Okay, no problem. Take your time. Here, I got Dennis.
Dennis, sir, how are we?
What's up, guys?
What up? We just transitioned to your series. We were saying there was a 7-6 win, and we were saying there was a 9-3 win at Morel, unexpected. So my first question, Dennis, is how are the abs looking today? People are wondering.
Oh, pretty terrible. I took a picture with the model after, and I told him he can't share it because I look like a fat shit in it.
But 7-6 was the first game close, and then it seems like you ran away with the second. Talk to us about the series real quick.
No, the first game, Marone's team was playing unreal. We could not buy a hit. Every one of our hits was hanging up. Tornetta made a couple crazy plays. Kyle made a couple crazy plays. We just couldn't get anything to fall. And then the opposite was happening on their end. They just kept finding every single little bloop shot, little hole, like everything was dropping. We were down, I want to say 6-0 going into the bottom of the eighth. Yeah. Eighth inning, we get 5. And then, or maybe 7th inning? Yeah,
late.
7th
It was a late comeback.
Yeah, because we got 5, then we got 1, 2. Oh no, it was the 9th because we went in extra innings. So yeah, 8th inning we get 5, 9th inning we get 1, and then we ended up getting a walk off in the 10th, and it was just a crazy close game. One where we kind of just were like, all right, we got to just keep doing what we're doing. They're having the game of their lives. They're playing great. Everything's going their way. We just have to hope that everything kind of balances out. We get our breaks when the time comes, and we can capitalize on it. But it was nuts.
Who was the hero that started the comeback in game 1?
No one person in particular.
Someone had to get the first hit of the inning, dude.
I think AFAS both times.
Of course. Of course. He's such a veteran.
Well, that
shift
that Marone put on AFAS, that didn't make any sense to me.
Say it again?
That shift that AFAS, or that shift that Marone put on AFAS in the inning that you guys won, I guess it was the 9th. That shift made no sense to me. Why did he do that?
I don't know. I think they kind of were playing averages and hoping he would pull it, but AFAS is really good.
He's nasty. Yeah, that.
Yeah, and he hits the ball hard and always to a really good depth in the outfield. So you can't play him in because he'll hit it over your head. But most of the time his ball naturally falls in front of you. So he's just a good hitter.
Mm-hmm. No, he is. He is. And I got to commend you on your slide to second. Sliding away like that, that was really nice. That was really, really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you didn't watch the end of this game, you should, because it was a really crazy ending.
Yeah, last inning, we got an out. Then Tino got on. They walked me. Jay-Z hit a fly ball to right field. Tino tagged up to third. I went halfway. The ball went to third. I went to second, slid on the outside at the base, but it was a bang play. Tracy called me safe.
Marone's team started flipping out because they thought I was out, and Tino just ran home, and that was the end of the game.
Were you safe?
Yeah, he didn't get me at all.
Just like in the Hornick.
Listen,
Were you safe at second, Dennis?
yes.
Are you just saying that, Dennis?
Frank's not listening. Were you safe?
No, I was 100% safe. I told Tracy I would have understood if he tried because the ball got there, but I was glad he called the safety.
When I was watching, he looked safe. Like I legitimately thought he was safe.
Yeah.
Because he had a great slide. He slid away from the tag was coming in over here. If he were to got him, he would have had to get him at like the ankles. But Dennis,
I don't know who was playing second, but if he was behind second base, I would have been out.
Yeah.
But he was in front of second base towards third base.
exactly.
Solano
Exactly.
Jr.
Yeah.
So he had to turn and
Yes,
try and play
exactly.
behind him and just didn't get there in time.
Yep. Exactly.
For those on the YouTube, they get it.
John doesn't know what he's talking about.
John knows exactly what he's talking about.
Dennis,
Where is John? Where'd he
Where did
go?
John go?
John went to go burn a heater outside.
He's taking a shit right now.
No, he's having a dart.
The door's been locked, John. Figure it out.
He's having a Jackson dart.
So my question to you, Dennis, is number one, go fuck yourself. Is number two, so I heard Brandon had a play. Was this in the 9th inning when you guys were down 1?
Yes.
So
How we scored, you mean?
this wasn't extra innings. This was they were winning still. You were trying to tie.
Correct.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult would you say the play was?
I can't because I was running. So I was just watching the ball, and I wasn't watching where he was. I was like, oh, God, please don't get this. And then as soon as it dropped, I just took off. So I didn't really watch like the track to it, anything like that.
Was it 2 outs?
There was 2 outs, yeah.
So
It
that
was our last out, yeah.
so probably so you would say that they kind of gave it away at the end.
I wouldn't say gave it away, but to Seth's point, they went on a shift. So I think they were playing 3-man outfield. So for Brandon, he had to run like significantly more than if they were playing 4-man.
Okay.
That's what I think threw it off. It wasn't like it was like a bad play. He just had to cover way more ground.
Got you. Yeah, I couldn't understand because
he
I know
made
he.
a bunch of plays.
I heard he made a bunch of incredible plays. So I didn't know if it was just he kind of biffed it, or if it was a difficult play that he was making all day. He just didn't make it that one time.
Yeah, I think it was more the latter there.
And would you say that when after you guys after the wagon fell apart, game 2 was kind of easy?
Game 2 was just robotic. I don't know how to describe it. Like it was methodical is a better word.
Even scored more than 10 runs in a while. You guys feeling okay?
Yeah, you know what? We've played good defense, and we scored. I don't think we've.
8-12-7-9. 8-12-7-9 is your run scoring. You guys are telling me you're feeling really, really good going up against Tom Carroll here?
Team Carroll's a wagon, I'll tell you that. You guys got to score.
Yeah, we're gonna have to score against them. I don't.
Guys,
think
aren't
they
you
have-
umping fucking 12-year-olds right now? How are you commenting?
No, he's at happy hour still.
He's become Fogarty. He's on his phone while he's on umpire.
He's become Fogarty. Are you willing to admit now that you're a little bit afraid of the Tom Carroll mystique?
Oh, 100%.
Has he Jack Kennedy'd you at all this week?
No, they're just good. I don't think it mystiques by him. I've watched him hit a softball. It goes really fucking far.
What I will do, because what Tom likes to do before the game, he doesn't like to hit batting practice because he considers himself, too highbrow for that. What you should do when he's over in the field, just a little bit. All you have to do is pick up the bottom of his jersey a little bit and rub his belly. And that's all you have to do. It'll take all the luster out of the intimidation. He even makes a really adorable sound. I'm telling you, do it.
Are you going to be at the game? Can you do that for me? I'm too afraid to do
I
that
can't go
myself.
on the field. I'm no longer, insured by the league. I'm now just a spectator and a fan, so I'll be on the sidelines.
Are you sure you can't go on the field?
I'm not sure I can't go on the field.
Are you a fan or
As,
family?
as the 2024 Sportsman of the
he
Year,
might be considered family.
as the reigning sportsman.
Tommy might be considered family.
Wow,
At what point in time? Never mind.
I am godfather to his dog, so I don't know if that counts.
That definitely.
Family.
It's family,
family.
almost
100%.
blood,
Hey,
basically.
Vin Diesel, your family.
All right, Dennis, we're gonna get you out of here. I'm sure you have kids you're neglecting somewhere.
No, they
I
actually
got
all
one
fell-
final
I was
question,
actually
Dennis.
off. They all fell asleep and I came back down.
Nice. One more question for you.
I got a question for you, Dennis.
Yes.
You're playing Team Carroll, right? So far in the play, they're playing Carroll, right? Is that a fact? Did you know that before I just told you that? Because in the text, it doesn't seem like you know that.
You might not.
No, I'm just trying to play cool with the text. I don't want to talk.
Of course. They have scored 7 runs, 15 runs, 12 runs, 13 runs. You have scored significantly less runs than that. What do you have to do to win this series? Like, how do you... Your offense is stalling on swim a little bit. You're playing on swim. What do the team have to do? How do you come out of this series victorious?
Just keep playing defense we've been playing. Look at the runs we've given up is like 4 a game.
6, 3, 3, 9. I'm with you with the quick math there.
21 runs over 4 games.
It's good.
5.
It's 5. It's 5. Our backdoor mathematicians say that's 5.
That's close enough.
It's close enough. So that's your key. You keep playing the D you're playing.
Yeah, Tino this past weekend was ridiculous. That helps a lot.
Yeah. Certainly does.
He made one play going back over his shoulder into center field. He was a good 30, 40 feet into center field. Sliding away from himself, caught it. It was insane.
It was sick.
Best shortstop in the league?
Best player, period.
All right, we've heard enough of Dennis.
You stink.
We've heard enough of Dennis. All right, that's the 4 series here, folks. So that means we got Goldfarb versus Byko. Union Hill right. Goldfarb, Byko. Let's go around the room here. We're not going to start with Ush because he's clueless. We're going to start with you, Dominic. Let us know in the chats what you're feeling. If you're feeling anything in this. 25 people. Dominic.
I'm going to say Goldfarb sweep.
Goldfarb sweep.
Yeah.
Bold.
Is it though?
No. John, how you feeling?
Me about our series?
No. Are you listening?
All
right, we're not going to go to John. Seth, how are you feeling?
I like Byko in 3. I'm sorry, Ish.
We got Byko in 3.
Byko in
Steve?
3, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going Goldfarb in 3.
Goldfarb in 3. I like it. How do I not go Byko? They just fucking rung our... What's it? Rung our bell? Is that the same? Give me Byko in a sweep.
Wow.
Give me Byko in a sweep, baby. Ush.
You fast, you motherfucker.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That's a fantastic answer. Johnny Hemp, how are we feeling over there,
I
sir?
mean, I'm reading the comments and B Faz has already got it started.
Already got it started. We're not talking about your series, though. We're talking Byko Goldfarb.
I'm
You're-
gonna go Goldfarb in 3.
What a fucking political answer that is. Dom, what do you think if I'm Team Byko, like what's the X factor? Seth, I'm gonna ask you the same question. You can't have the same question. What's the X factor for Team Byko to win the series?
For Team Byko?
Yeah, Byko's winning the series. How do they win this series? Union Hill right. Goldfarb is rolling on Union Hill right. Won 2 of their last 2 there. How is Team Byko winning the series? And I'll give my answer while you think about it. Rob Cord has to knock round into double plays.
So this is something that a Byko player has to do.
Let's hear it.
That's the question you're asking me?
Byko has to get
Byko
up.
wins this series because a player steps up. What is that player and what does he do? Offense,
I
defense.
think the 2 most important things in the series is the umpire and
Oh, fuck you.
the time clock. Because Chris Baldino has to leave at a specific time.
Oh, really?
Really?
He's missing game 2.
Oh, that's awful.
He's got to leave potentially before game 1 is finished.
Do we know what
I'll
that's
tell you.
for? Do we know what that's for?
Family christening, something.
Oh, he ain't missing that shit. I'll tell you this right now. He ain't missing that shit.
He's not. He's
He ain't
missing
missing.
the game.
He ain't missing the game.
He's missing the game.
I'll tell you this. He ain't missing. Chris Baldino will play in a tuxedo to not miss the game.
I think he's missing the game. But be that as it may, Abramson is also out, but he's got a hamstring issue.
Oh,
so-
that's what you told me last week. He played.
and he couldn't run to first.
He was great.
He was not great.
He was big.
I watched.
He was vibes.
He was a shell of himself.
He was vibes.
He's gonna be the same vibe. Yeah, basically.
Shut up, Michael. You guys fucking swept us with his dead body
He's gonna
playing.
be an incredible third base coach.
Like, out of control. He shouldn't have, but he fucking was 6 for 9 at the plate with 10 RBIs.
Yeah, but we're playing a real playoff team.
I think grade 2 handful. Yeah, so I picked Goldfarb to sweep, not because I think that they're that much better than Pico. I just think no 3, no 5. The only winning recipe
No problem.
is
I love
no
that
1,
bike.
no 2 for Team Pico is no problem.
No, Matt Hill is great.
Evan is such a catalyst, and Chris is their stalwart at short. So if they don't win, so basically what I'm betting is, and what people are betting is, this game
People.
starts at what, 9?
Sure.
8:30.
8:30. So he'll definitely get the.
We don't
first
care
one
about
in.
the lady at the house for the playoffs. So fuck her.
What's up?
8:30. I think he's got to leave what, 10:30 Bico. So
Her
maybe 10.
Stop.
I think that's enough to get
It's
the first
pushing game 1 to the limit. It
Right.
depends.
You guys
what
are
you
making
have.
this up. Chris Baldino's playing all the game. Like he's not. Chris Baldino does not miss softball games.
I don't know for sure. I'm just saying what I heard
His
from
nephew
Mark now.
can probably kick rocks. If I'm Chris, like that's probably what he's saying.
I will say.
I will say though, it is tough. They were in our division. We've already played them twice this year. It's not a team to be taken lightly.
Correct. Yeah.
So we've
But
already.
if you tell me, this is essentially one game series to me. Because if Bico wins game 1,
I can't stop watching the stream 25 seconds.
Apparently, to our stream, John is just sitting down.
I am a viewer.
Atta boy,
as
Jesse.
always.
it's just
Oh, that's who that is? Jesse Pence.
Oh.
Hey, Jesse.
I like that. I like that.
All right, hold on. Let's move this on. Let's
Jesse,
move this along.
that's a short pick.
Seth, if Bico's gonna win this series, how's he winning this series?
I think Bico, and I know he will do this, he's got to put the guys in the right spot because they, the Goldfarb team, they have a lot of veterans that can literally put the ball wherever they want at any given moment, and Bico just has to guess right.
And you know what? That is something I wanted to give, and I hate giving Bico credit. I wanted to give him credit for this. He put himself in right field, right center, left field, every single chance he got when he thought when Billy Farrow was up, he was in left field. When Wags was up, he was in right field. When a Deadpool hitter was in left, he made more outs than anyone else on their team because he put himself in the right spot. Like, it was a really I would wish he would let the ladies play, like they say, but Bico put himself into place to make all the plays. Like, he managed the game last week really well. To your point, I think that's part of the reason that they won is we didn't get a chance to beat their worst outfielder because their worst outfielder he replaced with himself.
Fair.
Yeah, so that's a really good point.
Thank you.
All right, next game. We got Carroll versus La Rocca. Sandygate. What does Carroll have to do? The 5 seed versus the 2 seed. What does Carroll have to do to win this ball game? And who do you got? Those two things that don't have to be related.
I got Carroll in 3 again, and Carroll has to have timely hitting because it's going to be, again, close games. LaRocca keeps teams below 5 at 5. Carroll can score in bunches, but they can also give up in bunches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have to minimize the damage, and when they have a runner in scoring position, they need that runner
Capitalize.
like their life depends on it.
Yep. Ush, what do you think about this game?
I think this is going to be a really good series, honestly. lot of good players on both sides. Really, honestly, going to be a dogfight. I don't think most people will be at our matchup just based on what the volume is on the other side. Not to take away from our matchup at all, to say that it's not important. I just think there's going to be more people at Swim watching this matchup compared to ours.
This is definitely a more enticing matchup to watch. I
mean, just off the numbers, the 2 versus the 5 versus the 1 versus the 10. I mean, if you're looking at it just based off of seeding, you're obviously going to go to the other matchup. But
Plus, Pings' leash only goes so far from Frank, so he'll be there at least.
Shout out Pings.
What do you think, Seth?
Honestly, this is a tough one because Carroll has the hot hand. They are just rolling right now with the energy and the way that they're playing. But this Larocca team is good.
It's so sound.
They are really, really good. I'm going to say Larocca in 3, and I think it's going to be a really good series. And I can't wait to watch it, honestly.
It honestly intrigues me a little bit, just based off of, Frank's team in the playoffs. They haven't really, put up the numbers like you said, but they've found ways to win. And Team Carroll has just been hitting a cover off the softball.
Mm-hmm. Before I send it over to Dom, I feel like my stance on this Larocca team, because I feel like you and I are in the same boat where Team Carroll doesn't want our support. Before all year, especially towards the end of the year, I've been saying that this Team Carroll or this Team Larocca is just such a professionally sound team where everybody knows what they're doing. They know how to get the job done. They know when to hit the ball to right field for a sac fly. There's just so many champions on this team that know what to do. And they're playing the complete opposite of chaotic, mayhem, anything can happen at any point in time, Team Carroll. This is the most yin and yang playoff matchup that can occur. It is chaos what is about to ensue. This game could be 21-23. This game could be 7-3. It could be the most boring softball, could be the most fun softball. That's my purview on this. I have no interest in watching Goldfarb Bico. That's the most boring sweep I've ever seen. But here we are with 2 potent teams. What do you think of it, Dom?
I think that if I could be given on-the-field access to this game and set up a little booth, maybe in foul territory on first base side, I would call this game. But I wouldn't. It couldn't do it from off the field like you could at Union Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I would need some sort of,
Third base coach whole game.
I would need.
Both teams.
You need a press pass.
I need a press pass, and I need to figure it out. But I would be in. Give me Carroll in 2.
Oh! Holy shit, John! What do you think of that?
Christ, stop.
I think Larocca's team has been playing worse ball as the season's gone on. Their competition's been worse, and they've been playing down to them. And I think Carroll is a wagon. I think if they're going to come out and score 10 runs, it's going to give Larocca all they can want. And I don't think they're going to waste it away at the end.
One thing I think that's important in this matchup is when we talked about the series about you guys, right, playing on the fence field, how they punched you in the mouth in game 1 with a Carroll homer and a Jeff homer.
Yeah, the first inning.
Frank's a good enough game planner and manager that they're not going to give up those early game homers, right? So
they're playing at Swim.
For them to they're not going to get beat. Tom's not hitting it inside the Parker. Jeff's not hitting it inside the Parker. Frank's going to keep. You're gonna have to single Frank to death.
I would agree with you if maybe it was Ian and Picarello that hit the home runs, but Tom and Jeff will be Tom and Jeff all fields. They don't have a team that's the.
Or hold on. Let me ask you the most serious question we've ever talked about on this podcast. Are you telling me right now that you're worried about Tom Carroll beating Lawrence Rubin in right field?
Rubin's a good outfielder.
I'm worried.
Is that what you're worried about in the first inning of game 1? No one beats Larry Rubin.
Correct.
Guy's a saint.
I don't.
He's a Jewish version of a saint. He's a mensch. if that's accurate.
The problem.
Yeah. Sure.
I just think there are more outs to get in Frank's lineup.
I'm just dying of myself, bro.
And if they're gonna have to play A+ defense, Frank's team, and they can do that. They have probably, I think, the best defense in the league. So, but I don't see them winning this game 7-4. I don't see them winning twice like that.
I'm gonna take Carroll in 3. You're taking Carroll in 2.
I'll take them in 2. Yeah.
All right, John. What's your predictions? You guys sweeping them or what? Take the mic. Go off, King.
If I have to give a prediction, Carroll in 3.
Wow, everyone on Carroll.
Listen, playoffs are the
No, I
playoffs.
took Laurent.
He took Lorraco. We're good.
I
We're
know,
good
he
from
took
the
them in 3.
broadcast
That's
suite.
basically Carroll.
What was that, Sean?
I just want to make sure you guys can be heard.
Yeah, everyone's heard.
Okay.
Sean, your
Okay.
turn to speak, Bob.
Yeah, playoffs are the playoffs. There's no analysis you could put into this. We're in the semifinals now. This is not the first round anymore. This is not the second round anymore. Now we're in the semifinals. Shit's gotten real. Anything can happen in these two or three games. Who just said this? Who's Kira? Is that
That's Jesse.
Jesse Panacidi? All teams left are meant to be there. It comes down to who makes the first mistake. I do think there's a lot to that. Mistakes. I don't know if it's about who makes the first mistake, but who makes the most mistakes. Mistakes at this round of the playoffs mean a lot. Whoever makes the mistakes, they get down big time. You don't play the same. You're not as loose. You're very tight when you make mistakes. I think it's going to come down to that type of stuff. Listen, I feel good about the way we're playing. We're playing the best. We Dom, no offense. You guys were very good. Like, that was a tough battle. I thought we were going to lose the first game. This is the best team we've played so far in the playoffs. We have to keep doing what we've been doing. Bring the energy, bring the heat, bring the juice. We got to just
John, I got a question for you, John. All year you guys had a tough start, right? Win 3 losses.
That was 9 years ago.
Hold on. Let me speak, right?
Okay.
Win 3 losses, win 2 losses, a shit ton of wins, loss. Shit ton of win, 4 losses in a row. And then you play Pollock at the end of the year, you win. And now you're on a 4-game heater. You've won 5 straight games. You haven't won 6 straight games all year.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm looking right at it.
Yeah.
This is about to be your 6th straight win.
Even if we had won 6 straight games, that goes back right to what I was saying at the beginning of this. The analysis, I promise you, no analysis is going to help you in this.
Okay.
We're in the semifinals now.
Okay.
Anything can happen.
Do you give any sense or any thought to the fact that Frank's team has, of the 13 guys, he has 10 people who have won championships. And looking at your list, I don't know if more than 3 of these guys have won. Any thoughts to that?
Nope.
Rookie versus veteran playoff experience.
Nope.
Is the moment too big for you guys?
I don't think the moment's too big for us. Listen. Whatever analysis you want to put in the regular season, this is not the same as the regular season. Everyone's going to play differently in the semifinals than you do on a random Sunday in the middle of July. This is the playoffs. Nobody has any idea what's going to happen. You guys were just talking about, it's the 2 versus the 5 seed. This is a better matchup than 1 versus 10 versus Goldfarb. That's garbage. We're in the semifinals now. Like, 1 versus 10 could be a great matchup. That 10 seed earned playing the 1 seed.
No, I agree with you on that. I'm just saying, on paper, when you look at it, people who want to go watch are going to go watch
Right.
the 2 versus the 5.
Right. What I would say to those people is, you flip a coin and decide what game you want to go watch that way.
I would agree with
Yeah. Like, this is semifinals now. It's not the first round. If it were the first round, I'd say, yeah, you got.
Should all be at Union Hill.
It
Should
should
all be at Union Hill.
Yeah, I wish you guys.
Frank.
Of course, I'd love it for it to be at Union Hill. I am not upset. Frank picked Swim. Like, I don't blame him. We only had 2 home runs last week, but Swim Club it is. Let's see how it goes. I'm very excited, man. Let me tell you the team.
Tom can do console.
Here's the if you want me to say
yeah.
if you want me to say one thing about our team, like this is a playoff team. We're a playoff team.
You're a playoff team.
We're a playoff
I'll
team.
take that mic back real quick. I just want to shout out Team Carroll for a respectful walk-off. 0 fans on the field. All right, go around the room here real quick. Ush, 4 games are going to be played on Sunday. 4 games. Game 1, you guys. Game 2, you guys. Game 3, Carroll. Game 4, Carroll. Which of those 4 is going to be the closest, or which of those games is going to be the most exciting game?
Game 1 of Carroll Lavaca, I think.
Game 1, Carroll.
'Cause I think whoever wins that first game, I don't think necessarily takes the series, but they're both energy teams. It's just gonna be a loud game.
I like that. I like that answer.
It's gonna be
Dom.
a battle in the first game.
Dom. Team Carroll dominates in game 1. What happened?
Frank's team just didn't hit.
They didn't hit. What's the score in that since?
11-6.
11-6.
But probably feels bigger than that.
Who wins game 2?
Carol.
Seth. Goldfarb. They lose in extras. They lose in extras against Byko. Who got the big hit for Byko?
They lose it. Who got the
Goldfarb lose in extras. Who got the big hit for Byko?
Baldino, and he's staying game 2.
And he's staying game 2.
Oh.
And he's staying game 2. I love that. Sandgate. Laraca wins 2 games because of hits that no one expects coming. Who hit those balls?
Ian.
Ian. John. You made 12 errors at third base. Is your glove big enough?
No, and it's broken on top of it.
Marty, I got a question for you.
Let's go. Ask it up.
Under over 0.5 Bayou from Tom Bongiovanni. Champion Tom Bongiovanni.
Over. You're asking me how many?
Yeah.
Over under what? Over under what? Yeah.
He hits 3 Bayou.
Really? Wow.
He's going to beat Easton in left. He's going to beat the first baseman over a doinker. And he's going to smoke a ball past Josh Walker up the middle. Bayou.
Tom Bongi.
Oh my God.
2024.
John, second question. When you get relegated to left field, how many errors?
2 or 3.
All right, nice. Very nice.
Last year.
2024 champion Tom Bongiovanni. All right. Here's the serious question. Let's go around the room here. Dom, you go first. Right now, 4 teams left. One of the, someone do quick math. 4 times 13.
4 times 13 is 52.
52. There's 52 players left. One of them is going to be the MVP of the entire playoffs. Who is it?
Oof.
Anyone who knows this can answer.
MVP?
MVP of the entire playoffs is still in it right now. Who's it going to be?
Martin.
Seth has a hand raised.
I know
You're an asshole.
I know I picked him to lose, but it's gonna be Tom Carroll.
It's going to be Tom Carroll.
Jeff Goldrosen.
I like
Who
that
is
pick
it?
too.
Jeff Goldrosen.
Jeff Goldrosen. That's a sick answer. If you guys are clowns, they're getting swept.
Cole Fluta.
Cole Fluta has 0 hamstrings. He played first base.
Martin Blackburn.
I am eliminated. What a fucking asshole.
Ben Kessler.
Anthony Fazzino. It's the real answer. He's going to have 2. When he retires, AFAS, he's going to have 3 MVPs to his name. Yeah. And we have an asshole right here and another asshole right there. Pez. Justin Byko says, Pez, let me tell you this. That's a good guess.
Terrible. Never happened.
Never happened.
You know what?
It ain't Matt Hill, I'll tell you that.
Psycho.
I'll tell you that for free.
I actually love that pick. Congrats.
Let's see. All right, let's ask him tough questions here. Dom.
Oh my god.
Dom.
What is that?
This team loses, and this is the most disappointing player in this team's loss.
The most disappointing.
The most disappointing player in this team's loss. Anyone who has an answer.
No, I'm gonna say Baiko.
Baiko's team loses because he's the most disappointing player.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's a good answer. I'm gonna go Joe Perugine. I'm gonna go Joe Perugine. Plays a little bit too much middle in the outfield for what I've seen, and I think he's a mid leadoff hitter. So I think he doesn't get on base enough. I think you guys hit enough balls into shallow left center to hurt themselves.
I got one for you.
Let's hear it, Stevie.
Rad Rumblings.
Oh, Dennis Oko. Hell yeah.
Got to hit the ball and see if he can make a couple plays.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Goldfarb, and I'm gonna say Matt Whalen. He's been playing unbelievable all year long. Lockdown left field, offense has been great, but if his luck runs out, it could be very disappointing.
Maybe he's got a bad Sunday in him.
Yeah.
Johnny.
I can't.
You're going to answer. You're not going to answer. Oh, Shane can answer either.
I was gonna go with myself.
Losers.
Yeah, that's what I was like, I'm not gonna go with myself
Losers.
or not.
They're such
Myself.
sad people. Imagine still being in the playoffs.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Fourth round pick. I'm important.
This is
Somewhere.
This is why he's outward.
All right. Anything else, fellas? 21 strong. We've had great numbers all night, so I appreciate everyone coming out and watching on a Friday. I'd imagine no one else has anything better going on than we do, which this is what we have going on. Bunch of losers.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
I love that. Dom, you all good over there, bud?
I'm good, baby.
Any takes from you, Dom?
I got you, Dennis.
Look at us.
Steve, Ush, you guys good over there? The two Steves?
All good.
Good.
Seth and John?
Wonderful.
Over here. Great.
Wonderful. All right, let's wrap it up, fellas. I'll see you all Sunday. Good luck to those playing.
I'll see you guys
Thanks
next
for
week.
coming out, fellas.
Bye,
Have a good
guys.
one.